Hello everyone, my name is Dept Das. You're watching OTV News. So, Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik last week asked the State Forest Department officials to prepare an integrated plan to curb cases of forest fires. Here's why. According to the Forest Survey of India report by the Ministry of Environment, Odisha reported 51,968 forest fires between November 2020 and June 2021, which was the highest in the country during the period. After Odisha, the states that posted maximum forest fires were Madhya Pradesh with 47,795 and Chhattisgarh with 38,106 forest fire cases. Amongst district, maximum number of forest fires was observed in Gadchiroli in Maharashtra with 10,577 and Odisha's Kandhamal with 6,156 forest fire cases. As per the long-term trend analysis performed by the FSI, nearly 10.66 area of forest cover in India is categorized under extremely to very high fire-prone zone. In this regard, parts of central Odisha show patches of extremely to very high fire-prone zone. According to this report, around 5,157 square kilometer of forest area in the state comes under extremely to very high fire-prone zone. Additionally, western parts of Maharashtra, southern part of Chhattisgarh are also extremely vulnerable to forest fires. On Thursday, Odisha Chief Minister asked forest officials to prepare a concrete roadmap for improving the health of jungles in the state and enhance the living standard of the villagers dwelling in the fringe areas of the forest. In March and April 2021, the phase Simlipal is burning trended worldwide, spurring widespread criticism against Odisha government. However, the state chief conservator of forests, Sashi Paul, downplayed the outrage and cited that the forest fire is an annual occurrence in the state. As simple as that. After Simlipal forest fire, Odisha government constituted a committee that submitted a report about the reasons behind forest fire, and the committee made recommendations as well. Environmentalist Dr. Jai Krishna Panigrahi was a part of that committee. In an exclusive conversation with OTV News, this is what Dr. Panigrahi had to say about the reasons behind the forest fires in Odisha.
The main cause behind forest fire was human-induced fire. Various reasons are there. For example, somebody is moving inside the forest area or collecting wood or something else. So during that period, he is using cigarettes, BDs, and after the use it is being thrown in active condition. So that is one reason. Some people are entering into forest area to have picnics, and while leaving the forest they are not dousing the active fire. There are some people who are entering into forest to kill the wild animals, and they are also putting fire. Then there are some people, for some reason they have some grudges against the forest department, they also put fire. And what happened previous year, there was a large time period during which from November to almost May, this whole period witnessed a dry spell. Almost there was no rainfall in this period. As a consequence, a huge amount of dry leaves, twigs, etc. These were deposited on the forest floor, and any fire being added to that, immediately that started spreading to a large area of the forest, causing a lot of damage. We see only large trees and large animals, but besides all these, there are very minor, small microscopic organisms living in the ecosystems of forests. Maybe insects, maybe microorganisms, maybe burrowing animals inside the soils. So these animals and plants, they are also put into danger. They are destroyed to large numbers. So as a consequence, the forest ecosystem suffers a lot. Its functioning is disturbed. So again, it will require a long span of time to come to the normal state.
The situation points towards the deficiencies in the state's forest fire control and planning, even though there seems to be no shortage of financial resources to effectively manage forest fires. The rise in forest fires shows that the State Forest Department is not alert. Since the alerts were issued based on satellite images, a ready-made plan of action by the State Forest Department could have averted the spreading of fire to the new areas, but it wasn't. The spread also revealed that the fire lines were not maintained properly.
With the complete involvement of people and with the active participation of the forest personnel, I expect in the future time the forest fire can be tackled, it can be reduced in number, technology can be added to that. The Forest Survey of India is providing us satellite pictures. They are also sending us SMS messages to almost about to 1,30,000 people across the country. Similarly, our people are also receiving messages so far forest fires are concerned. Our infrastructure development, our preparedness, water sources, the equipments, everything must be ready before the fire season starts. If this happens in future, we can certainly reduce the occurrence of forest fires. We can protect our forest resources which are providing us goods and services. Our people who live inside the forest areas, they depend largely on these goods and services. So we have to protect our natural wealth. That must be our commitment.